hard today when he does get the ball, and he's going to take it for over the court, and to your point.
Hello and welcome to Walter Brown Arena for another edition of Boys Varsity Ice Hockey right here on BATV. I'm Seth Orensky, joined by Nick Bove. And Nick, anytime you see Brookline and Newton North face off, it's got to be a good game.
Well, these two are heated rivals in every sport that they play, and hockey is no exception. This year, both teams aren't doing so hot, but when they aren't taking shots on net, you can guarantee that these two will be taking shots at each other at the board. So it should be a pretty competitive game. Last year, Newton North High School beat Brookline 7-1 in both games that they played. So for the seniors, the 4 seniors on Brookline High School, they will not forget that. They will try and give it to the 6 seniors on Newton North High School. We should have a pretty competitive game. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and Brookline playing some of their best hockey this season, wins in 2 of their past 3 games, including a 2-1 win right here at Walter Brown Arena on Monday. They beat Quincy, goals coming from Ian Crowley and Clifton Hoy in that one. Jake Paul, though, was the star, making numerous saves in the 3rd period to preserve that 1-goal lead. We'll see if he can continue to be that team MVP, as Steve Trundle called him, and keep the team in this rivalry game today. Hello and welcome back to Walter Brown Arena for the beginning of the 1st period. It's going to be Adam Paul in the face-off circle for the Warriors. As we're waiting for Newton North to put their guy into the circle, it's going to be number 9, Ryan Quinn. As Paul's fighting for that one and loses it, it'll be possession for Newton North to begin. It's a dump behind. Jake Paul gets a stick on it. Warriors going from left to right on your TV screen as that goes back down low behind the net. Warriors in their white uniforms with blue and red stripes. The Tigers on the other side in their black uniforms with orange stripes. Shot on, and Paul makes the stop, as that was Michael Bradley, the captain, senior defenseman, with the shot from the point.
So for the Newton North Tigers, starting at right wing, number 9, Ryan Quinn. Starting at center, Captain Ryan Fanning, and starting at left wing, Oliver Jackson.
Brookline taking up ice. That's Ian Crowley, scored the game winner on Monday. He loses the puck, knocked off by Anthony Calabro. Still fighting for it. He has Will Sutcliffe alongside him. Sutcliffe joined by Jack Corcoran, Adam Rinowitz, and Adam Paul. Jake Paul in net once again, MVP of this Warrior squad. Pass intercepted by the Tigers, thrown up there. That's the big Michael Bradley, as we'll see a line change for the Tigers. Sutcliffe has it, loses the puck amongst 2 black shirts. Dumped down, Rinowitz goes back and gets it. Rinowitz has Clifton Hoy if he wants him. Hoy had an assist on that game winner. Actually had the game winner on Tuesday. Got the assist from John Buckley and Adam Paul. Puck sent forward, picked up by Corey Chin. Chin sending it forward onto the stick of Alessandro Lyon. Shot wide of the net. Back to Chin. Sent down low. Brookline skater, that's Thomas Harrington, going up and getting it. Trying to fight through 2 players. Gets tripped up. No call coming. Buckley can't get the stick on it, and the puck will be inside the Newton North end, but it's picked up by the Tigers. They'll get a line change. 17. Alex Johnson has it. His shot is knocked away there by Jack Corcoran out in front. Puck never got on Paul there, as we are 2 minutes in the 1st period of play. It's a Bay State League matchup, 2 of the bottom teams in the conference thus far. Newton North 1-3-2 on the season. Brookline still looking for their 1st conference win of the year. 0-3 shot. Paul gets it with the glove. Can't make the 2nd stop, but it goes wide of the net. Bradley back out on the ice, sends it down low. Corcoran couldn't get up in time to find that puck. Now it's Nolan Crowley. Crowley tries to send it. He finds the point. That's Anthony Calabro. Calabro's shot is wide. Back behind the net. Clifton Hoy sending it, trying to find a teammate. That's Crowley. Crowley working for it. Loses the puck. It's John Hogan. Hogan back to the point. Dumped down. It's Zach Levin going to his behind, trying to clear it, and successfully there is Brookline. all the way back to center ice.
I got to say, Brookline is looking pretty tired right now.
Oliver Jackson tries to make a move, but he's stopped by a defenseman. That was Corcoran. Corcoran tries to clear it, but it's knocked away at the blue line, kept in. Fighting through there, that's Nate Birch. Birch sending it forward. His pass is going to go the length of the ice, but icing will be waved off. Big hit coming. That was Dan McLaughlin. Sent forward. Ryan Quinn has it. Quinn denied by Zach Moss at the blue line. Once again, Brookline doing a slightly better job of not allowing this Newton North team to gain the zone. Miscue from Declan Finnegan. He goes to his knees trying to send it forward. Interesting pass there. Big chance for Newton North, but a few defenders collapsed on that one. Trying to get it out unsuccessfully is Brookline. Still working to get the puck out of their own zone. Big hit. That was 17 Rinowitz. Rinowitz over to Nate Birch. Birch loses it in the corner. Puck all the way out. That's Corey Chin. Chin falls to the ground. That's a big break for Brookline, and it'll be cleared. But that one's going to go for an ice, as it was Nate Birch falling down, and his pass went a little bit errant there. Stoppage at the 10:55 mark. We're tied at 0.
So Newton North, they're not only being physical. I've been seeing them hitting a lot harder against the boards, but they're also controlling puck possession, keeping it in their end. Brookline's having a hard time dumping it out into the neutral zone and down further.
Well, that third period on Monday against Quincy was dominated by the Presidents, but Brookline was able to keep the puck out of the back of the net. We heard from Steve Trundle that this Newton North team is a lot more talented than the Quincy side that Brookline was able to defeat. It's going to be an even more difficult task for Brookline, but fortunately they're playing a little bit better style of hockey with wins in 2 of their past 3. Picked up there. That's one of the key players on this squad, Ian Crowley. Crowley looking to go forward to Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe providing a strong forecheck, making Newton North to get it work to get out of their own zone. Corcoran pushes it up. Sutcliffe knocked off the puck. Excuse me, that was Crowley. Crowley working through as Newton North is struggling just to gain mid-ice. Finally they do it, 17. That's Alex Johnson. Johnson, one of the key players on this Newton North squad. Puck comes all the way out, shot from the point. That one stopped. Jake Paul somehow found a way to get in front of that puck, as there was a lot of traffic out in front. Sent forward on the line change. There was a Newton North player unable to get that one. Adam Paul's shot is wide of the net. Haven't seen many shots today from Brookline. Still looking for their first good chance. Newton North sends it forward. That's Phil Biancuzzo. Cuzo's shot is into the body of Paul, and he'll make the stop, the 9:47 mark.
One good thing that I noticed from Newton North is that they were able to make half of a line change, getting their defensemen out. They were able to rush into the zone, take a slap shot. When it was dumped down into their defensive zone, they were able to complete the change without getting a too many men on the ice penalty, which can be a real momentum breaker for a team that's streaking really well right now, like Newton North.
Will Cooper and TJ Greenstein out onto the ice for the first time. It's Greenstein trying to send it across. He was looking for Dan McLaughlin on that one. Newton North shot into the glove of Jake Paul, and realistically, Newton North might be a more talented team than Quincy, but they haven't been able to do the one thing that Quincy struggled to do as well, beat Jake Paul. So good at finding the angle, and he's got a great glove, as we've seen already this afternoon.
Sometimes he'll give up those rebounds, but he's very good at getting back on the puck, getting back out in front, and stopping any good opportunities from getting it into the net.
John Buckley on the faceoff. He wins that one. Buckley and Nolan Crowley fighting for the puck behind the net. It's the captain out there, number 19, Ryan Fanning, one of 2 captains for this Newton North team, who wins it. Shot from the other one. That was Michael Bradley. And we're going to get our first penalty, this one coming against Brookline. Another shot from the point. That one's deflected away by Paul. And we're finally going to get a touch-up for Brookline. So at the 9:05 mark, we'll see a Warrior go to the bench. Referee over to...
It's like Thomas Harrington with a high stick. No, actually.
No, that's going to be Rinowitz.
Rinowitz.
So Rinowitz to the box for a minute 30 for the high stick. And the Brookline penalty kill on Monday, Nick, was extremely effective in slowing down Quinn, they didn't give up power play goals, scored 2 of their own. We'll see if they can continue to be effective. It's going to be difficult against a Newton North team that's getting a lot of very strong shots from the point.
They're going to have their hands full on this one, but I'm going to look forward to seeing how Jake Paul responds to this.
Alex Johnson wins the faceoff for Newton North. It comes out to Michael Bradley. Bradley biding his time, sends it across. He's got the other captain, Ryan Fanning, down low. That's Alex Johnson. Johnson's shot is wide of the net and will go all the way past center ice. Tracking that one down is Ryan Fanning.
Alex Johnson was not happy with that, how it cleared out on its own. He slapped his stick down on the ice the second it got into the neutral zone.
Johnson will try to take it up by himself. Great skater there. Johnson, one of the guys that Steve Trundle said they would have to slow down. That shot is wide once again. Fortunately, takes a better bounce for Newton North on this one. Now it's Alex Joyce in the corner. 50 seconds left on the PK. That pass is errant of the guy on the point, and we'll see it go all the way back to the face-off circle in their own zone.
So far, Brookline High School trying to keep Newton North out of the net. They're doing a good job of disrupting any kind of play going on here, breaking up passing lanes, dumping it down into their own end.
Yeah, we'll see Newton North have to take this from behind their own zone as they weren't able to get that one inside the zone. Chasing it down on this one is Clifton Hoy. Hoy extremely strong on the forecheck. Very aggressive defenseman for this squad. Hoy, one of the 4 seniors on this Brookline squad, looking for a win after 2 big losses last season. John Buckley all over an attacker. Doesn't get called for the penalty. We're down to 1 second, and that'll do it for the initial penalty of the day. Brookline successful on the penalty kill. Ryan Quinn with it.
I don't even think Newton North took a shot on goal on that one. I don't remember one.
No, they had some strong shots just wide of the net, but unable to put it on net, and I think that speaks worlds about that defensive group. I mean, they don't score a lot of goals, just 6 on the season in 8 games, but defensively, every guy is out there working, knowing that 1 goal could cost them the game.
And getting a power play goal is a big momentum shifter, but then you also have to think killing a penalty against a team that's been doing pretty well. That's just as good as getting a power play goal.
Brendan Ryan has it. He brings it over to Ryan Quinn, who knocks down a player. Shot from the point. That's high and wide of the net. That was number 7, Anthony Calabro. Number 17, Alex Johnson fighting for it. He's been out there for a while. Shot wide of the net. That was off the stick of Alessandro Lyon. Big hit coming in the side boards. Another hit from behind the net. Now we'll go up into the netting, as it was Alex Johnson expressing his frustration there. I think Johnson hit John Buckley or Jack Corcoran, one of the 2 players behind the net, as we've got to stop it to the 6:53 mark here in the first period.
I'm really intrigued by this Alex Johnson player for Newton North. He's been skating really well, taking very nice shots, passing. For being a junior, he already looks as good as a senior.
That was Nate Birch in the face-off circle as Paul makes the stop with the glove. Yeah, Johnson's going to be one of those players that Brookline's going to have to slow down. Is there any guy on the Brookline side that you've been impressed with?
So far, I got to say Jake Paul. I mean, he's looked like Mike Richter out there in net with those old Rangers uniforms. He stops another one on the near side post, and yeah, I mean, he's kept his rebounds down to 1, if that. He's been able to stop it, get it on, and get those whistles, because it's better to have those face-offs than have loose pucks, try and dump it around, create chaos around the net.
Well, he made another one to force that stoppage. We had a face-off coming in the near circle. Throwing that one forward, that's Declan Finnegan. Finnegan with Birch and number 11, Dan McLaughlin. Birch giving chase behind the net. Brookline still looking for their first good scoring chance of the first period. Throwing it forward, that's Phil Biancuso. Chasing it down is Clifton Hoy with a big hit there. Coming over to get it is Zach Levin for Newton North. Brookline with the puck. Throwing it forward is Adam Paul, one of the captains on the Warriors. And his opposing mate, it's Michael Bradley, the senior captain from Newton North, who will go back and get that one. Dumped in from Adam Paul, brother of Jake. That's a talented pair for this Brookline squad. Chance to shoot it on net. Rinowitz just wide. Coming after this one, it's Ian Crowley. Crowley can't control. It'll be Rinowitz going back to get it. just outside his own zone. Potential offsides not called there. Now it's Ryan Fanning with the shot. There was a chance there, but it floated up on Fanning. Coming back to get it is Bradley. Bradley will dump it in the corner for Oliver Jackson. Jackson working with Ryan Quinn in the corner. Now there's 3 Brookline players over there, and it'll be the third, Will Sutcliffe, who comes out and gets it. Sutcliffe's pass is knocked away there for a streaking Warrior. And the puck will come up and out of play at the 5:05 mark. We're tied at 0 here in the rivalry game between Brookline High School and Newton North. Last year, 2-7-1 games. So already we've seen a much tighter game. Both teams working, pushing up end-to-end hockey. Newton North has had the more dominant chances, but Brookline is starting to skate a little bit better.
I have noticed that Newton North has been taking less shots on net, and Brookline's been able to get it more into the neutral zone, get the puck out, block shots. So maybe they're playing a little bit of rope-a-dope, trying to tire out these guys and see if they can get that odd bounce that, you never know. First shot on goal could be a goal itself.
Pass across the ice. That one's knocked away, nearly went into the net as Paul had no idea where that one was. Weird deflection there. Shot into the legs of a player. That was Declan Finnegan who got in front of it for Brookline. Finnegan trying to chase that one down, throws it up to the point and out of the zone. Dumped back in, and Finnegan's going to have plenty of time to start this up. Finnegan's pass through the blue line. That one is not going to go. Oh, no, they're going to call the icing. A very late call as it was chased down by Corey Chin.
So on that last possession, the play started in the Brookline end in their offensive zone. They lost the faceoff. That was the first time that they had the puck down there for a faceoff. And I'm a big stickler for faceoffs. That's the easy way to get something going, is to just win a faceoff. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, see how many faceoffs both sides win and what the score is relative to that.
Well, John Buckley wins a big one there and is able to clear it himself. Newton North brings it right back into the Brookline end. Tries to get it out himself once again. Puck comes loose. Newton North keeping it, and that's 12th field being Kuzo. Kuzo shot into the body of Paul, and he makes the stop despite the fact there were 2 players right in front of him.
That was a great save. He had a lot of traffic out in front of him. They cleared out of the way just in time for the shot to come, and Paul was already down in the butterfly, was able to stop it. It could have went 5-hole, but he had his legs there just in time. He was able to make the stop, dive out, and get the rebound. Very, very nice play by Jake Paul.
We'll see Ryan Fanning in the circle for Newton North. He loses that one. It was Adam Paul. Puck sent behind the net. It's Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe trying to get out to the point. Kept in there by Alex Joyce. Sent around the boards all the way out, and a chance to break out, but Corey Chin keeps it in. Finally knocked out of the zone. That was Adam Paul, as Brookline a little bit frustrated now. This is 2 consecutive periods. The third period on Monday and the first period here where they've really struggled to get any offensive opportunities. Finally a 2-on-1 chance. It's Paul skating with Sutcliffe. His shot, goal! Deflected off of Uberte. The first time we've had to call his name today. And that one went into the back of the net. I'm not sure if it caught 5-hole or not, but Adam Paul took it himself, and it's Brookline with the first goal of the night, 1-0 at the 3:15 mark.
I don't like to brag much, but I think I kind of called that one. First shot on net, a little deflection by Michael Uberti, and net. I think he was trying to get it with his glove hand. He wasn't able to get it as it knuckled a little bit on him, and it just went into the back of the net. Very, very nice play by Adam Paul to break away. Decided not to pass and take the shot himself.
Yeah, nice job by Will Sutcliffe, the trailer, to draw the defender there. Gave Paul a little bit more time to take that shot, and Adam Paul scores a big one. We'll see if the Paul brothers, Adam and Jake, can be enough to top Newton North in this one, as Jake Paul makes another big save. It's a large contingent out there for both sides, as the Brookline side cheers on the Paul brothers on that one. A lot of orange-clad fans on just to the right of them cheering on Newton North.
And I noticed on that last play, too, Brendan Ryan for Newton North was calling for the puck. He had the glove side. Nobody there, had empty net. He was waiting for the one-timer and never came. And instead, Paul had the save.
Another chance there, as it was C.J. Greenstein trying to break up a play and potentially go one-on-one in there with Uberte. Instead, it's taken the other way. It's Newton North. Near stop there. Paul with the first stop. Second chance, no good as well, as it was 17. Alex Johnson once again creating opportunities. Deflection high as that one knocked off of Brookline players. Stick out in front of the net, trying to bring it out. That was Greenstein, and it will go all the way the length of the ice for an icing. 2:15 left to go here, first period. It's 1-0. Brookline leads Newton North here at Walter Brown Arena. An exciting first period that has been dominated by Newton North for the most part, but all it takes is one.
And one interesting strategy that I'm noting from Brookline High School is that they're fine dumping the puck for icing. One difference between high school and the pros on icing, the team that offended on the icing can't make a line change, but in high school you can. So they're taking advantage of that, dumping the puck, trying to get fresh legs out there, and that's a good way of getting something going.
Sutcliffe trying to throw it up to Ian Crowley, who's just offside, as that was another good rush coming for the Warriors. Sutcliffe, once again, one of the guys out in front. He had Ian Crowley, but Crowley just across the line on that one. And we'll see a face-off coming outside the zone. It'll be Paul taking it. That's Adam Paul, the senior captain. He loses it, breaking out the other way. That's Ryan Fanning. Fanning with two men on him. It's Sutcliffe and Rinowitz. Brookline player tries to throw it outside, but it's kept in by Chin. Chin sending it forward. That's Ryan Quinn. Puck out of the zone. Chin with it, trying to throw it down low. That's Quinn. Quinn goes up against Adam Paul. Has to change his route. Stump behind. Jake Paul couldn't put a stick on it. Oliver Jackson there. Jackson almost knocked off the puck. Keeps it in. Got a minute 30 to go in the period. Big hit there on Chin coming from Ian Crowley. And we've got a stoppage, and it's going to come against Ian Crowley.
There's a penalty away from the puck at the top of the zone, but the official noticed it, and it's going to be Ian Crowley going to the box. This will take us through the end of the period if Brookline High School can kill this.
Yeah, Ian Crowley there, he came up high either with an elbow or just with his shoulder on the head of Corey Chin, and the referee was right there along the blue line. Easy call. Second power play opportunity for Newton North. That one is thrown out. Nice defensive play. Believe that was Adam Paul. One of the number threes. Sent forward, might have been Clifton Hoya, as it was Nolan Crowley down low, brother of Ian Crowley. 17, that's Alex Johnson with it. Johnson trying to go around the net, had a player on the backside. That was Alex Joyce. Brookline trying to get it out. 1 minute to go on the power play. 47 seconds to go in the first period. Johnson sends it across. Lefty shooter, that's Bradley. Might have gotten all the way to Paul, but doesn't find the back of the net as there's 35 seconds to go. Bringing it in now, it's Oliver Jackson. Jackson trying to leave it, comes across. Dump chance, no good. Bradley with another shot on Paul. He's been up to the task of every single one as it's finally cleared out of the zone with 21 seconds to go in the period.
Jake Paul is fantastic with those legs. That deep thumping sound that you keep hearing is when the puck hits his left pad. It's been hitting it a lot this period.
10 seconds to go, 20 seconds left on the penalty. Shot coming, and Paul makes another stop as it was a strong rush in there from Ryan Quinn. And Paul makes the stop. 5.7 seconds remaining in the period, 15 seconds remaining on the Crowley penalty. So we'll see if Brookline can win the faceoff here and keep Paul from having to make any more big saves. Into the circle will be Ryan Quinn for Newton North. Adam Paul wins it. Back to Rinowitz. We're at 3-2, and that will do it for the first period of play. Brookline didn't get many good looks in that period, but they got the one that mattered. Big goal there from Adam Paul, and that will do it for us with the first period. We'll come back at the beginning of the second period with some highlights from that first period as it's 1-0. Brookline leads Newton North after the first period here at Walter Brown Arena.
And welcome back to Walter Brown Arena here at the University of Boston University campus for this matchup between Brookline High School and Newton North High School on Brookline Access Television. It's 1-0 Brookline after one period. And despite the score, Newton North has been playing pretty well, Seth.
Yeah, Newton North has had all of the chances but one, but it was a big chance for Adam Paul. He scored that one and only goal for Brookline, only goal of the game today. It's a 2-on-1 opportunity, and he found the back of the net, beating the keeper for Newton. That's Michael Uberte, the senior goalie. Only chance he's seen. He'd love to see at least one or two more so he could get a little bit more confidence. But yeah, Newton North definitely dominating, keeping the puck in the Brookline zone for most of that first period.
So for Uberte, we'd like to see more of him. For Jake Paul, we have seen plenty of him, and boy, has he looked good.
Yeah, I mean, if this was professional sports, Jake Paul would be getting a lot of steak dinners. He's played phenomenally well today and was just as good on Monday. He's the team MVP according to head coach Steve Trundle, and he showed it the past 2 games, making numerous saves, showing the full arsenal of different kinds of saves that ice hockey goalies can make. And I mean, he's just been stupendous, getting in front of every single puck thus far, only giving up 1 goal in the past 4 periods.
So the opening face-off between the captains Ryan Fanning and Adam Paul is won by Newton North High School. Taken back out of the zone by Anthony Calabro. He loses the puck, and it's dumped back into their defensive zone. Calabro will go back to get it, wrap it back around to the half boards. Down to Oliver Jackson. He dumps back at the point and almost intercepted. It's loose in the neutral zone, dump back down. Michael Bradley passes back. Passed over to Anthony Calabro, who passed back over. Puck is still loose, out in front. Calabro they have still yet to get past the halfway mark of the ice, get it down into their offensive zone.
And that's a great shift there from the first line of Ian Crowley, Adam Paul, and number 10, Will Sutcliffe.
But Newton North takes advantage of a line change, and they finally bring it down to the offensive zone, but it's dumped back into neutral ice. And they'll dump back around to get back on sides. Paul goes back behind the net to play it, and it's dumped down by Hrenowitz, and a shot was quickly taken by Brendan Ryan. Back down at the half boards, Alex Joyce tries to dump it out, but it's dumped back into neutral ice by Brookline. Newton North has it now along the far boards. It's Brendan Ryan behind the net. Dumps back and around to the far side. Corey Chin back behind the net, back to Ryan. Battling at the in the corner, tries to get it out in front, and instead Jake Paul makes a nice save by dumping it back out to the half boards. Johnson takes a quick shot, and it's loose in the slot. Rebound and a nice kick save by Paul. It goes back out to the point. Chin takes it in, takes the shot, and it goes high. Down into the near side corner, it's Lyon. Brings it out in front, but it's defended well by Brookline High School and dumped back out to the far point. Tried to play it up at the corner, and instead Lyon loses it. Behind the net now. Brookline will take it out. They can't clear it, though. And it's dumped back into the corner. Newton North will try and take advantage of a line change with the puck in the offensive zone. They switch their D-men out. And in the far corner, it's Alex Johnson. Takes a shot, sails high, and into the half boards. Puck is loose and in the corner. Hrenowitz tried to get it, and instead he gets an elbow to the helmet. No call. On the far side, puck is loose. Paul has to make a stab at it, and it goes behind the net and cleared out to the point. Shot, but it doesn't reach him. It goes through traffic. A quick shot at the point, at the near side point by Alex Joyce, is blocked away by the stick and into the far corner. A lot of action right now for Newton North. Brookline High School is back on their heels. Into the corner, it's Brian Kuzo. Behind the net, John Hogan cycles it out to the point. Pass over in front, Alex Joyce. He passes up, and a nice series of passes by Newton North, but they don't connect as the puck goes loose into the far side corner. Shot at the point by Corey Chin is wide. And Brookline High School finally clears it out into the neutral zone. That was probably a solid 3 minutes of play there. Time is stopped with 11:23 to go in the second period. and a 1-0 Brookline lead.
And it's going to be a Brookline penalty on that one. It was Nate Birch, who I think is going to get called for a tripping call right in front of the Newton North end, or Newton North bench there. Just trying to push it a little farther up ice to give his team time to make the line change, and he'll go to the box for a minute 30.
And when it gets to that point where you have possession for that long, you kind of need to do something desperate to get the puck out, try to stop the clock. And instead, so unfortunately for Brookline High School, now they're going to have to try and kill off a minute 30 of power play. Taken out in front, puck is loose in the crease and defended. A nice little slap to get it out of the zone, and it'll go all the way down. Newton North has to reset. Alex Johnson skating with the puck. Up at the bench, he takes it himself, streaks in, he has a man and a goal! That one was scored on a one-timer on the far side. I wasn't able to see who got it. It was too quick for me.
It was number 19, Ryan Fanning, the captain, with the goal on that one, coming from Alex Johnson. And that's the only way you're going to beat Jake Paul. Get him so out of position that it's a completely empty net. If he's even a third of the way in there, he's going to find the puck.
And that was a very, very nice play by Alex Johnson to stay with the puck, even though he lost it alongside their own boards. He was able to take it on the near side, bring it back up, and a nice one-timer. I mean, Jake Paul had no chance to slide over in time to get that, and Brookline had no chance to get back and defend that.
No, and a wise decision by Johnson, who's taken a barrage of shots today, but hasn't been able to put the puck really on net very frequently. That time, he skated in and found Fanning for the goal, and Fanning, I mean, the recipient of a great pass. He didn't have to do much with that puck.
So now Brookline High School has the puck. They bring it into the neutral zone, and it was a huge hit there by Phil Biancuso on Will Sutcliffe. Right up in front of the boards, right in front of the ref. He was able to catch the elbow that brought Sutcliffe into the boards. So now Brookline High School will have their first power play of the game.
Yeah, and that's the worst possible time for Newton North. A great opportunity for Brookline, as Newton North's now 1 for 3 on the power play. Brookline, first power play opportunity, and it's not a good way to start it.
It goes down to the other end, and Alessandro Lyon skating hard for it. He's managing to hold the puck into the far side corner as Brookline's trying to get it out. And finally, Clifton Hoy is able to get it and bring it back around. They'll try and set up an offense here as it's brought back up into the neutral zone.
Yeah, Brookline wins the faceoff, and they still are trying to get it in for the second time. They just killed a minute or 30 seconds just by not being able to keep that puck in.
Back behind the net, puck is loose. And instead, it is John Buckley that gets it. Tries to take a shot, and instead he has to force it out to the point. Newton North is able to clear it into neutral ice. And it's Adam Prenowitz who has it. Tries to pass up to John Buckley, and it goes by him into the corner, and it's going to go for icing. Something you don't really see too much on a power play, but instead the puck will come down into Brookline's defensive zone with 34 seconds to go on the penalty and 9:18 to go in the second period.
Yep, just about 5 minutes and 40 seconds into this second period. It's been all Newton North after that goal late in the first period off the stick of Adam Paul. And right now, Brookline, 34 seconds left. They win the faceoff. They need to at least get a shot off here and get some momentum going back their way.
And if anything, it has been an indicator from that first period. If they can get a shot, they can get a goal. Newton North is able to get a shot down on Paul. He clears it out and passed up ahead and up to Will Sutcliffe, who is fine after that hit. He is back out on the ice. He dumps it behind the net, and it's played by Newton North. They dump it back into the neutral zone. Jack Corcoran will get it. Tries to skate up with it as the penalty comes to an end. Brookline High School was not able to get a shot on net during that power play. Played up at the point. Newton North has numbers. Shot by Johnson, deflected away. And a nice play by Jack Corcoran to get in the middle of two Newton North players on the far side. Shot from the point is deflected away. Played up on the far boards and cleared out by Thomas Harrington.
And that was a huge play because Ryan Quinn was coming off the bench as that fifth skater for Newton North at the end of the penalty kill, and it was a 3-on-1 instead of a 2-on-1. Corcoran did a great job to stay in front of two attackers.
Nate Birch tried to center the pass, and instead it slides through into the neutral zone. They dump back on to get back on sides, and it's played behind the net by Alex Joyce. Cleared up and out into the neutral zone, brought up into the offensive zone by Newton North. They take a shot, and it's deflected behind the net. Taken out of the far corner now. It's Ryan Fanning. Cleared out in front. Puck is loose in the crease, and Paul is able to knock it out. It's brought up to the top of the zone, and a shot from Michael Bradley is blocked away.
And Brookline wanted the penalty there. A skater was getting taken down from behind. No call from the referees.
The play has been a little chippy and not too many calls against the physical play, more for more technical things. So we'll see if that will keep up here in the second half of the game. Puck brought in offside by Newton North, and they'll have to take it in out of neutral ice. 7:13 to go here in the second period. Score tied at 1. And for Brookline, they aren't able to get anything going as they would hope. They had a strong start to the period, but since then, not too much going for them.
And we've got a goalie change, as it'll be Hector Koskino or Koscioni into the game for Newton North. Interesting decision there by head coach Tom Ryan just about halfway through this game. I wonder if that was a premeditated decision.
And just like that, Brookline High School almost had a shot from the slot, but it's blocked away, and instead Newton North will take it back in. Nolan Crowley has it. Puck dumped into the Newton North defensive zone behind the net. Zach Levin back up to the point and cleared into neutral ice. But John Buckley back to get it. He skates back and around, tries to pass up ahead to Thomas Harrington, but the puck instead is taken away by Newton North. Out of the defensive zone, Zach Levin dumps the puck. Newton North will go on a line change. Slowly, Brookline High School takes it back and into the neutral zone, but it's intercepted by Corey Chin. Brought up to the half boards. Skating around as Johnson takes a shot, another loose puck in the crease, but they weren't able to cleanly get a playoff as Alessandro Lyon missed an opportunity on a nice feed by Alex Johnson.
Yeah, and Johnson has been a huge playmaker for this Tigers squad. A great couple moves there. Found Leone. Leone had an attacker or a defenseman right in front of him, and that was the only reason he couldn't find the back of the net. The puck still went across the goal mouth, and right now Brookline's got to keep a body on him, make it difficult for Johnson to get that open ice.
So Johnson behind the net has the puck. He skates around. He still hasn't, but loses it to the defender, and it's a 2-on-2 the other way. Brenowitz tries to dump it behind the net and get to it, but instead it's stolen by Newton North, and they clear back out into the neutral zone. Dumped back in by Brookline. They have to get back on side, and the puck is intercepted before it could get down behind the net. Alex Joyce takes it out to the far point. Intercepted by Brookline. Puck loose at the face-off circle. And instead now Brookline High School will have it. Tried to dump off the boards, and it's a one-on-one the other way. But a nice defensive play by Corey Chin. He manages to keep the offensive threat to form for Brookline High School. Taken back the other way now is Alessandro Leone. He loses the puck behind the net and has to skate back to the bench for a line change. Puck dumped all the way down the length of the ice from behind the Brookline bench, or Brookline net, and the faceoff will come now in their defensive zone.
You know, I like the fact that Brookline is trying to break out a little bit more offensively. Obviously, in a 1-1 game, you're going to need a second goal to get any points in this one. But on that one, you saw Ian Crowley trying to get ahead of the defense. Obviously, you can't cherry pick in hockey, but he was doing the equivalent, getting in front of the defense and trying to catch that long pass and go. Unfortunately, a Newton North defender got in front of him on the one-on-one.
Puck behind the net, played by Fanning out to the point. The shot sails high, but Paul makes a nice glove save to stop play. There's 4:50 to go here in the second period, and the score's tied at 1.
Michael Bradley is one big kid. Left-handed shot from the point there. That was well high of the net, but Jake Paul is facing some very fast shots coming at him, and he's been up to the task on every shot that he's had a chance to at least see and be in the net for.
It'd be fantastic if we had stats fed to us, because I'd be very interested to see what kind of shots Paul is facing and how many he's blocked away, saved. I mean, there have been some fantastic opportunities on him, and he's made some great saves.
I'm going to say he's well north of 20, 25 at this point.
And we'll see what happens here as there are 4 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the second period and a whole third period to go. Puck behind the net, played out by Ryan Quinn. He tries to clear it to the point, but 3 Brookline defenders managed to clear the puck into neutral ice, and Newton North needs to get back on side. Played behind the net by Paul. He passes up to Hoy at the far point, intercepted by Johnson, tries to pass over to Lyon, but the puck is defended and played into the corner. Lyon grabs it, skates back around. Paul will dive back on it. Johnson tries to make a play on it as Paul dives on it, and Brookline took a little bit of offense to that.
Well, Clifton Hoy has not enjoyed skating against Alex Johnson, and he's made 2 mistakes at least where he's given out the puck in his own zone and then done a great job of getting back and breaking up the play afterwards. And Hoy was the guy who was pushing Johnson around a little bit, and sometimes that's what you got to do. When the player so talented as Johnson, you want to make him feel like, hey, I got to watch my back because I might get hit at any time. And they've been doing that a little bit more often. The last time Johnson was on the ice, he got hit by 2 consecutive Brookline players, and even he had to give up the puck after that one as he wins the faceoff, but Paul dives out after it.
It's funny. It seems like Johnson and Lyon are together and on the ice for maybe we've had 3:46 to go in this period. They've played for maybe, it seems like 11 minutes this period. They've been on the ice in the offensive zone, threatening Paul every opportunity that they have. It's incredible.
And Paul's been up to the task.
Shot from the far face-off circle, sails through the crease and into the near side corner. Played by Adam Paul. He's trying to kick it away, but instead Newton North comes away with it. From the far point, this is Oliver Jackson, takes a shot, and instead it goes to the half boards. Played up at the point by Joyce. Puck is intercepted, but Joyce gets it back at the point, takes a shot that goes wide. Played up at the far half boards, and taken the other way. And we have a stoppage in play on the far side.
As they're going to say, he caught that one and put his full mid around it, so that's a delay of game, and we'll get the face-off coming inside the Brookline zone.
So that's not what they needed. They were about to clear the puck out of the neutral zone. Instead, they're going to have the face-off on Paul's right side. 3:04 to go here in the period. The face-off is won by Newton North. Played out at the point. Bradley shoots wide and comes to the near side. Taken by Brookline. They get it out into the neutral zone. Out in front of the Newton North bench. This is Calabro, who passes up ahead to Brendan Ryan. Johnson fans on the shot at the far circle. He still has the puck and takes the shot at the near side circle, but Paul was with him the whole time. The puck was loose out in the crease as Paul was running around. His defenders weren't doing a good job of helping him out, but he still manages to fall on it and stop the clock.
And that was Lyon with the second opportunity. It was interesting, that showdown between Johnson and Paul. Johnson took as long as he possibly could to take that shot, trying to find the weakness. Paul was showing him 5-hole, but as soon as the skater went to take the shot, he was down low and was able to make the shot, or able to stop that shot.
And while you might think that taking quick, opportune shots is the sign of a good player, sometimes taking those a longer time to analyze, try and find a hole in the goaltender, that's also a sign of a player who has a lot of potential, could be really good at the next level.
So it's a smart skater.
Puck is defended up by Calabro. He knocks it into the far side corner, and it's played out by Harrington. Puck is played up and ahead. This is Nolan Crowley on the near side. He loses the puck as he was defended well by Calabro, and Quinn is hit hard into the boards.
And a shot by John Buckley, first of the second period.
Back and out of the defensive zone for Newton North. They have the puck in neutral ice. Try to play up ahead by Brian Kuzo. The puck goes under his stick, and instead Brookline High School takes it back the other way. Slowly but surely, they dump it into the zone and get out a line change.
Nice job by Declan Finnegan there.
Newton North wasn't able to take advantage of the line change this time, as instead the puck was held up in traffic in the neutral zone. Paul is able to play it behind his own net. Nice defensive play there out in front of the net by Hrenowitz. And he clears the puck back out of neutral ice into the offensive zone, but it's intercepted by Newton North. They'll play it up ahead. Nice play here by Oliver Jackson as he skates ahead and tries to find Ryan Fanning, but he skated too far past the net, and instead they'll try and play it out of the corner. From the point, it's knocked back out into neutral zone. Newton North will dump it back in, and it's going to be Clifton Hoy playing the puck. Almost 30 seconds to go here in the second period. So far, it has been Newton North's period, but the score still remains tied. Played up at the half boards. Puck is taken away by Brookline. Hrenowitz takes it back into neutral ice, skates with it. He had numbers, but instead decides to dump it and go out for a line change. 15 seconds to go here in the second period. Puck behind the net. Played out by Newton North, and they'll skate it for the remainder of this period. Played out up and ahead. Jackson tries to play it back to neutral zone, and that will do it for the period. Newton North manages to get the equalizer this period, but they still can't get ahead. They still can't seem to figure out Jake Paul.
No, I mean, that period was dominated by Newton North, and it took a fantastic play by Alex Johnson to beat the goalkeeper. But now, if you're Brookline, you need to create some offensive chances. They've had 2 shots, if you can give that one to John Buckley, and that was potentially just wide of the net. Right now, Brookline needs to create their own chances, then that might mean leaving some odd man rushes the other way if they're going to have to push a couple forwards up. Thus far, that first line, though, of Adam Paul, Ian Crowley, and Will Sutcliffe, those have been the best skaters out there for Brookline in terms of creating some offensive chances. They're going to have to come up with another goal in this one, or else the best they can do is hope for the tie, and Jake Paul can only do so much. He's been taking a complete siege of shots here, and it's only a matter of time until he gives it the second. We said the same thing on Monday, and he was able to stay up to the task in that 2-1 victory.
Well, we'll see how they do in the third period, especially with a new goaltender for Newton North. He hasn't been tested yet. He got 1 shot. He managed to save it. We'll see what happens in the third period. As for what's happened so far, we're done with 2 here at Walter Brown Arena. Score tied at 1. You're watching Brookline Access Television.
And we're back for the third period. It's 1-1 between Brookline High School and Newton North. Face-off coming between John Buckley and Alex Johnson. Buckley wins the face-off, trying to bring it into the zone. Brookline looking to be more aggressive to begin this third period. Buckley goes to his butt and loses the puck. Now it's Johnson looking to break the other way. Potential 3-on-2. Johnson with speed, shot into the body of Paul, and it's a goal for Newton North. Rebound opportunity, and that was the third skater out there with Lyon, and 17, it looks like it's number 11, Brendan Ryan, the junior forward, got the rebound. So after what looked like a very strong start for Brookline, Newton North goes the other way and takes that 2-1 lead.
That was just a very sloppy play that worked out very well for Newton North. And again, the catalyst is Alex Johnson. He creates the opportunity, the rebound went wide, and Paul wasn't able to get over in time to get the save.
Yeah, Paul looked like he was falling backwards, didn't have momentum in terms of staying up, and Newton North grabs the early lead. 18 seconds here into the third period. Brookline playing from behind. We'll see if they change the way they've been playing this one. They've been very conservative, cautious against this very talented Newton North squad. We'll see if they open it up a little more and potentially put themselves out for giving up some more goals, or they stay cautious and hope for that one chance.
And Newton North, you have to give them credit on that. They looked a lot faster. They had 4 guys just coming down, streaking down the ice, and Brookline wasn't able to hold pace.
It's Fanning on the far side, pulls up but loses the puck. That one's won by a Brookline player, sent behind. That was Hoy. Hoy's pass got deflected right out in front, but it's cleared away there by Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe's pass too strong, looking for Crowley, and it'll go behind. Hoy and Renowitz giving chase. Puck comes out into the skates of a Newton North player. Shot in front. Paul makes the stop, and it's cleared away by a Brookline player. That puck was right along the goal line.
I believe that was Clifton Hoy with a nice slap to get it out.
Now it's Crowley. His pass across, deflected away. Nice job by the defender. That was Alex Joyce.
And the Brookline bench was thumping against the boards. They are very happy by that defensive play, followed by a great offensive opportunity.
Birch gets it across, shot into the skates of a Newton North defender. Didn't even see that. That was Joyce again. Joyce with 2 big defensive plays. And already Brookline bringing it into the Newton North zone twice thus far and putting a little bit of pressure on this Tigers defense. Good sign despite the fact that they've given up that 1 goal. Puck sent back in. That was Brendan Ryan who scored that all-important second goal for the Tigers. Big hit coming on Birch. He stays up. Renowitz sending it forward. Renowitz's pass for Dan McLaughlin is picked up by McLaughlin. He has center ice trying to bring it in. Buckley to his left. His attempted dump is knocked off a Tiger, and they'll take it.
What I didn't like on that play is that Brookline brought 2, and they held 3 back, almost as if they were ready for the rush the other way. They had an opportunity, but they didn't really attack it.
Paul stops that Phil Biancuso shot, and I think part of that was they were trying to make a line change at the same time, so
maybe a little bit of confusion because it looked like Nathan Birch held back, waited at center ice, and then all of a sudden flew over to the bench for a change, but by that point, Newton North had the puck.
Buckley and Fanning in the circle. Buckley wins that one for Brookline, trying to get it out. He sends that up, and he'll give chase. He's got good speed, but it's going to be picked up by Anthony Calabro. Still loose. Hit coming on a Brookline player, trying to send it loose. That's Buckley. Buckley shot, go! Oh, it hit the post. He beat the goaltender on that one. It was Koscioni, but he couldn't find the back of the net as the post robbed him.
Too bad we don't have replay at this level because I don't know. On replay, that might have looked like it went in, but bounced back out.
Harrington there. It definitely hit post. It may have also hit a little bit of netting as it's a chance on the other side. Skater up there with Fanning. That's deflected away by a Brookline defender. Nice play from Renowitz as Buckley creating some opportunities. Trips up a player there. No call. And he'll try to get it out.
That was surprising. Look at both officials. Nothing was called. But now we're going to get a call.
High stick. High stick. We'll see the faceoff coming in the Brookline zone. So Buckley with a couple of great offensive opportunities, including skating in. And he beat Koscioni clean. Just couldn't get past that post. And then it looked like he was going to call for the trip. Referees didn't blow the whistle. And head coach Steve Trundle has to be happy with his play to begin this third period.
And that's exactly what you want to see out of your senior captain, especially in a rivalry game. That's his last rivalry game against this team. Last period, he's got to get something going now.
Puck sent forward. At least it's his last home game as these two teams may face off later this season. Puck sent forward, picked up. That's Will Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe in with Paul. His shot was deflected away.
Nice play by Ryan Fanning to get a leg on that and deflected into the far corner.
Paul got knocked into the net. The net is off its moorings. The referee has not realized it yet. We'll see when he finally does. Sutcliffe and Paul there. Puck still loose. Crowley now to Paul behind the net. Referee does not see it. It's slightly off its moorings.
Some of the fans are yelling that play should be stopped because the net is off, but play continues.
Johnson and Fanning, and you just have to hope that it's not going to cost Brookline. Going the other way, it is Brendan Ryan. Ryan tries to send it across. Lyon was there, but Lyon's denied by Clifton Hoy. Now it's Adam Paul as the net still slightly off, near offsides, no call. It's Paul as it was a nice job by Crowley to stay onside.
So something like that seems a little innocent, but if there's a strong shot that could be on net, or a player comes streaking in and he has an opening and the puck or the net goes further off, that could completely wipe away a play.
Chance to break out for Brookline. It's number 11, Dan McLaughlin. McLaughlin through 3 players, throws it forward. Strong skating there from Birch. Birch is in amongst 2 black shirts. He goes to the ground. Chasing after it is a Brookline attacker, and it'll come all the way down to number 12, Declan Finnegan. Finnegan's pass is intercepted. We're under 10 minutes to play here, third period. Brookline trails by a goal to Newton North, 2-1 in this rivalry game. Puck coming loose. Birch trying to send it. He gets hit from behind. Birch still fighting for the puck. It's behind the net, and it's picked up by Calabro. Calabro sends it forward onto the stick of Phil Biancuzzo. Biancuzzo gets the tip, and we'll see a line change from Newton North. Both teams will make the line change here.
I gotta say, in the past 3.5 minutes, Brookline has looked strong.
Buckley shot wide of the net. Harrington there, and finally the goalie realizes the net's off the mooring. He's the first one.
Let's see, are they gonna fix it though?
The referee doesn't look like it. The goalie will do it himself. So Koscioni will put it back on, but it's amazing that Koscioni didn't realize it. Paul was sent hard into that near post, and it's amazing that Koscioni didn't immediately realize it, but play has started, 9:18 to go. Brookline mounting some chances here. It's been pretty even play for the first period that we've seen tonight. First and second period dominated by Newton North. Brookline making a charge here in the third.
Don't forget, Brookline almost had an opportunity to get the equalizer. You have to think that that's in the back of their heads as they go into the final 9 minutes of the game.
As we're going to see an icing call on Newton North here. Faceoff coming on that far circle. Yeah, I mean, on Monday, it was Quincy who caught a post late in the third period on the chance in the equalizer. So maybe it's just luck going the other way, but that's a tough one for Brookline to take, as it was a great play by Buckley. Buckley wants this so bad, playing against his rivals. It's Johnson breaking out. Johnson with a player's stick between his legs as Clifton Hoy tried to do anything to get that puck away from the talented skater, and he'll finally get a chance to go back and get it as the puck came out of the zone. Throwing it forward was Bradley. Bradley forward to Johnson. Johnson keeps the puck, sends it backwards, stolen away by Hoy. Hoy trying to get one, that was Ian Crowley, as a 3 and a 9 became confusing.
I've done it before.
Thrown forward by Brendan Ryan, and Rinowitz will take his time here. Rinowitz facing off against Lyon. Throws it forward, looking for Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe with Crowley giving chase, but it's taken away. Bradley's pass is tapped there by Crowley, but not taken away. Paul trying to make it difficult for Newton North to gain the zone. And the other Paul's unable to get it. It was Jake Paul trying to get a stick on it behind his own net. Now it's Ryan Quinn. Quinn with the shot, and finally the whistle coming as Jake Paul makes another stop here with 7:52 to go. It's a 2-1 Newton North lead over Brookline High School here at Walter Brown Arena. And Nick, what do you think Brookline's got to do to get that equalizer? I mean, Buckley nearly did it. What's the difference in this one?
Well, I think what I've been seeing is that Newton North hasn't really slowed down. They've kept up the pace, but the difference is Brookline's getting in the way of passing, and they're stealing things. They're controlling the puck a lot better, and when you do that, you can get opportunities to bring it down the other way, and they're pushing more and more. They're doing that rope-a-dope of getting the puck in the defensive zone, slowly bringing it out to neutral. Now they're slowly getting it into the offensive zone. You never know. Something could happen because of that.
Nolan Crowley is there. He's unable to control the puck. I think big thing Brookline's been doing more is a little bit more aggressive forechecking in this period. Chance to break out. It's Crowley throwing it forward to Harrington. Harrington with two black skaters in front of him has the puck knocked off there by Corey Chin. Fighting to throw it forward. That's right in the goal mouth, but there were no white shirts around the puck. Going the other way, that's Oliver Jackson. Jackson with the man in front. Shot into the body of Paul, and he makes the stop. No rebound coming.
And one thing that hockey players need to do is keep their feet moving. They can't stay still in one spot. It takes too much energy to get back up from that state of rest. And what I noticed on that last offensive possession by Brookline was that Nolan Crowley was on the far side waiting on the crease for an opportunity to come his way. He was at a dead stop. The puck was loose on the near side corner of the crease, and he wasn't there. It took too much effort and time for him to get going and get to the puck. If he kept his feet moving, maybe there could have been an opportunity there.
Adam Paul unable to win that faceoff, but Brookline takes it out. It's Crowley going after it here. Crowley has Corcoran behind. Those two skaters working. Corcoran throws it into the slot, but Adam Paul goes to the ground, is unable to find that one. Now it's Rinowitz who's going to have to chase this one down, as it's not an icing. That puck was passed in there by a Brookline player. Sutcliffe comes back to help him. Now he has Johnson all over him. 2 black shirts around him, and it's Johnson who comes up with the puck as we're just over 6:15 to go in this one. Johnson skating in, will go around the net. There's a small change coming. Shot deflected away there by one Brookline player and knocked away, and a chance to break out the other way. It's Renowitz. Renowitz sending it forward. Big hit coming towards the head on Crowley there. No call, and that looked like it was a shoulder and elbow to the head of Ian Crowley. Hopefully he's okay. Big hit from Newton North. Surprised there was no call.
He's definitely a little woozy going over to the bench.
Jackson with 1 shot, a second chance. That one was whiffed on as Paul stands up to the task once again, going the other way. It's Ryan Fanning. Fanning with the chance. He has it knocked away by the stick of Jake Paul.
Fantastic stand-up stop there by Jake Paul to do a little poke and get that out of there.
Fanning again through the slot. That one unable to be found by a Newton North player. Puck out of the zone, and Renowitz will chase it down. We're down to 5:24 to play here in the third period. Brookline trailing by a goal in this rivalry game. Puck sent all the way down. Birch is chasing it down, and they're finally going to call the whistle, as that would have been a big collision if they had let that one go.
So I want to bring it back just a minute ago to Adam Paul's opportunity right in front on the one-timer. I got to say, that was probably the best chance for Brookline to score, maybe since the goal, possibly since the shot off the post, but that is the product of what you were saying, Seth. A fantastic forecheck in their defensive zone, and that comes from getting in the middle of passes, stealing them, bringing back the other way, and I'm seeing more and more of that from Brookline. 5 minutes to do some more of that, but they have to kill a penalty first.
Buckley and Johnson on that face-off, and Buckley wins it. It's number 11, Dan McLaughlin, in there for 1:30, so he'll get out just around the 3:30 mark, just a little bit under that. 5 minutes to go in the game. Johnson skating into the zone with speed. He takes it behind the net. Difficult player to knock off the puck. Deflected away. Nice job by a Brookline player to get in front of that pass. Now it's Corcoran behind the net. Corcoran sending it. He's got Nolan Crowley if he wants him. Instead, he'll knock it out himself. Unable to keep that one in was number 19, Ryan Fanning. Fanning to Johnson. Johnson with one defender in front of him, skating, taking his time. Hits the side of the net on that one, just wide. 47 to go on the power play right now for Newton North. All the way out to Bradley. Puck comes loose. Paul's there, and it's a goal! As there were 2 black shirts right in front of the net. Sent in there by Bradley. He'll get an assist. Not sure who the goal is going to be credited to for the Tigers.
I think it was Thomas Harrington. He had the nice chance on the rebound. No, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. Michael Bradley with the shot there. But Jake Paul made a great first initial stop. He had spread out wide with those legs, and he was making another great leg save. But instead, he left the 5-hole just a little bit open, and Bradley was able to find open space and get it right through.
Well, now it's Brookline facing an even more difficult uphill battle, trailing 3-1, 4:20 left on the clock. Penalty is over, but we'll see Dan McLaughlin serve out the rest as it's another chance. This time it's Phil Biancuso, saved by Paul. Big rebound coming. Renowitz is there to clear it. Sutcliffe trying to break out as Brookline's going to need a goal, and they need one soon. Puck given back to Newton North, broken up, but Brookline's got to wait for their players to get back on side. Dumped in there, and Brookline will slowly give chase. Small change coming here as one player gets back onto the ice.
Normally you would say...
Big hit coming from Crowley.
Normally I would say about this point for a team to pull their goalie, try and get something going, but for Brookline, I don't think that's a possibility. I would keep Paul in there. He's been your best player. Keep him out there and try and see what happens.
Sutcliffe tries to go for the big hit. Brookline right now trailing by 2 goals. They need to be smart. A penalty here will absolutely end the game. Yeah, you're upset that that last goal went in. You're upset that that shot earlier by Buckley hit the post. It easily could have been a 2-2 goal versus a 3-1 game, but you can't play stupid.
And that icing right now was huge. Brookline needs to take advantage of this. Try and win the faceoff. That would be a really smart thing if they can get this.
Buckley working against Johnson, has a chance. Saved by Koscioni. Still fighting for it. It's between his skates, and Johnson knocks it out. Is it possible to keep it in? Brookline does. It's Clifton Hoy. Hoy all the way back behind. That's Nolan Crowley. Crowley fighting for it, but he has the puck picked away. Nice job to stay up there by Corcoran as he did a 360, sent forward. Clifton Hoy will give chase. That one trying to go for an icing, and it will at the 2:57 mark. And give John Buckley a lot of credit. He's nearly come up with both goals here in the third period, creating chances left and right for a Brookline squad that's struggled to create them all afternoon long.
Yeah, he's done fantastically. And Brookline needs to kind of take that example and try and expand upon it. They have 3 minutes to try and do it. I don't know if they can do it, but, I mean, I guess we'll see.
Adam Paul giving chase. Puck comes out halfway up the half boards, trying to fight for it. Puck knocked loose there by a Newton North player. They try to go the other way. Now it's a 3-on-2 opportunity. Adam Paul has it. Paul with the shot deflected away by a defender. That was off number 7, Calabro. Sutcliffe gets knocked in the boards. Paul trying to send it on net. Instead, it's knocked away, and it's a chance for a 2-on-1 the other way. This is Oliver Jackson. He's got Ryan Quinn. Jackson taking his time. His attempted pass for Quinn was just behind him. Newton North with the puck. 2:25 to go, and that's going to go for an offsides as it was Fanning and Calabro trying to keep that one together, and they couldn't quite stay on sides.
Now, normally on a 2-on-1 like that, if it's broken up, you give credit to the defender. On that one, I have to give credit to Jake Paul because he stood tall and stayed with the initial shot, so that way it eliminated it, and the pass was just too errant as it came in towards the net, and that play was totally broken up by the goalie, and he didn't even have to make a save.
Timeout called by Brookline. 2:23 on the clock. It's a 3-1 lead in favor of the Newton North Tigers. Brookline trying to win their third game in 4 games. It's going to be an uphill battle here over the final 2:23 as they trail by 2. Nick, I mean, 2:23 is a lot of time in hockey. You can score 2 goals in 59 seconds, and teams have done that who have played at this university. Where do you start in the huddle right now? What are your goals? I mean, obviously winning the faceoffs, but what players do you put out there? What are you looking to do over the final 2:23?
I would definitely keep Adam Paul out there. He's been your big playmaker here this third period. I would put John Buckley out there. He's been fantastic. Those are your 2 senior captains. Keep them out there. I've really, really liked the play of Adam Prenowitz. He's kind of slowed down here in this third period, but he's the kind of guy that can stay out there, make stuff happen. Ian Crowley's also been fantastic out at the forward position. So I'd have those 3 forwards out there, and maybe Jack Corcoran as your 5th defender. Start off with that.
Well, you were right about Jack Corcoran. He's out there along with Adam Paul, Ian Crowley. Nate Birch is out there as well, trying to figure out the 5th defender as that one's into the paw of Jake Paul, and we'll get the stoppage.
So I got to say, I mean, even though they may not win this one, it's definitely not a 7-1 loss. This is huge progress, and they've looked fantastic, especially in this third period. It's something to really look forward to in the final few games that they have.
And this is much closer than the scoreboard might say. I mean, 3-1, Jake Paul has played fantastically well, and they easily could have 2 or 3 goals. Just one bad post and a couple bad bounces. They've had some great opportunities here in the third period after playing a little bit cautiously through the first 2. Chance breaking out. It's Corcoran. Corcoran has some numbers. Skating through. He's behind the net, trying to bring it back to Crowley. Instead, it's going to go the other way, and we're going to see a 2-on-1. Lyon working with Brendan Ryan. Ryan has it sending across. Paul gets the stick on it. Johnson deflected away. Another nice play as Paul put his stick on that one as well. Puck comes loose as there's a 1:25 in this one. We'll see the other number 17, Renowitz, try to break out. 3-on-2 opportunity. No, it'll be a 3-on-3. Renowitz will dump it back behind Birch, trying to give chase. He'll work against Michael Bradley. Kept in by Corcoran. All the way back to Fanning. So we have a 1:05 in this one. Crowley couldn't get a stick on that one. Behind, trying to keep it in is Buckley. Buckley's able to get it there. Birch will give chase. Birch working against Bradley, sends it along the boards. Now it's Nolan Crowley there as we're under a minute, 50 seconds left in this one. Brookline looking to overcome a 2-goal deficit. Shot there by Corcoran, comes loose, shot wide, and Buckley couldn't find it on the doorstep. As that was tapped by Corcoran, Buckley and another Brookline player were right there. They couldn't find the net. 35.5 seconds to go, and Brookline with another big chance there.
You never see an opportunity like that where there are 2 guys on either side of the net like that. And I got to say, those near side guys from Brookline, they looked like they were kind of surprised that the puck came to them because they had an opportunity with an empty net. They didn't take advantage. And I'd just like to point out that Jake Paul is now not in net, so Brookline's going with 6 players, and now Newton North is going to take the opportunity to talk things over and try and see how they'll defend this with 35 seconds to go in the game.
Yeah, Tom Ryan takes his timeout, and another big chance for Newton North, or for Brookline, excuse me. They've had a couple chances right there on the doorstep. Obviously, the post is one that you say that's bad luck, and that'll happen. Sometimes you'll get a good post, and sometimes you'll get a bad post, and we've seen that this week in a 2-1 win and probably a 3-1 or 3-2 loss. Not to say that this game is over. 35.5 seconds is an eternity, but it's those chances right on the doorstep that you got to finish, and they've had a couple of them. I mean, Adam Paul's break through the slot where he had a good chance on a one-timer and just couldn't connect, and then we've seen 2 of them, I believe, this period where a player just couldn't get to the puck when there was an open net right in front of him.
Well, there's several steps, I think, for a team on a way to developing a program. The beginner stage is having nothing on the ice. The next stage is having those opportunities but not being able to cash in on them. And then the final step is being able to put it in the net off those opportunities. So the good thing for Brookline High School is I think that they're one step away from really doing something here because they've had some fantastic opportunities that they've just barely missed on putting in.
Paul, Crowley, and Sutcliffe behind the net working for this one. You can really see Brookline. They know this is a rivalry game. They really want that second goal. Down to 20 seconds on the clock. Puck sent through the slot, kept in there by Corcoran, and it's out of play. He sent that one high into the stands on the opposing side. There's 17 and a half left as we'll get a face-off, I believe, coming. No, they're going to say it's outside the zone.
So a lot of players I notice on both sides hunching over. They're feeling it. I mean, it's the end of the game, the final grind. But this is where games are made in the last minute of play. And Newton North is doing a good job of neutralizing any opportunities that Brookline High School has.
Paul gets sent out, and we'll see Ian Crowley take it. He wins it back, trying to send it forward. There's Adam Paul. Paul's knocked off the legs of a Newton North skater. Now it's Buckley trying to send it forward onto the stick of a Newton North player. That's Alex Joyce. Joyce content to sit down there as that will do it in this one. It's a 3-1 Newton North victory in the rivalry game between these two teams. Newton North with their second win in the Bay State Conference. They move to 3-3 overall. Brookline with the loss drops to 2-7. And Nick, what are your thoughts from a third period that was full of goals, 2 of them, and had the best back and forth action between all 3 periods?
I would have to say that Brookline High School did a fantastic job in that third period. It's very difficult for a team that has been relegated to 1 shot for each of the first 2 periods to really do something in the third period. It's easy to roll up into a ball and just get walloped, but Brookline did a fantastic job of bouncing back. Yeah, they allowed 2 goals that period, but, you know, I still like what I saw out of that offensive spurt, and that's something to really build off of. They need to go back, look at the stats. If they have some tape, look at that and see what they can fix, because there are a few things that they can work on, and they're very, very small things. So it's definitely a good thing to see for Brookline.
Wrapping up here from Walter Brown Arena, it was a 3-1 loss for your Brookline High School boys varsity ice hockey team. I'm Seth Orensky, joined by Nick Bove, as the Brookline squad lost to their Newton North rivals. They took a 1-goal lead in the first period, but 3 consecutive goals by Newton North to finish the game.
Let's try again. The microphone has to be 5 inches.
Okay.
Get up a little closer. I'm going to count you in once more. We're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wrapping up here from Walter Brown Arena, it was a tough 3-1 loss for your Brookline High School Warriors here in boys varsity ice hockey. The Warriors took a 1-0 lead over their Newton North rivals in the first period, but 3 goals from Newton North, 2 coming in the third period, too much for the Warriors. And Nick, some good signs, especially the fact that Brookline was playing well, especially 5-on-5.
Oh, definitely. I mean, we were alluding to it at the end of the game. It's not a 7-1 loss like it was twice last season. It was only a 3-1 loss. But beyond that, I saw some good things from Brookline High School. First of all, the play of Jake Paul in net. He was fantastic. Yeah, he let in 3 goals, but even strength, he was fantastic. Stopping initial shots, getting rebounds. He held to all those shots to no more than 2 tries. So that brings us into the second point, that all 3 of the goals scored by Newton North were on the power play. So even strength, Brookline was able to hold their own and stop any opportunities that Newton North had, and that is a fantastic sign for them. And then the third point, I got to hand it to the senior captains for Brookline High School. They were fantastic leaders, both of them. They're going to really miss them next season, and they're going to really have to try and hand on the torch to the next team and to the undergraduates and just try and figure out what to go from there. But it's a fantastic start for Brookline.
Nick, of course, alluding to Adam Paul, the player who scored the first goal of the game on a 2-on-1 rush, and then John Buckley, player who was robbed by a post, almost goals for both senior captains in this one. That'll do it for us here from Walter Brown Arena. Once again, it was Newton North 3, Brookline 1 here on BATV.